You won't believe it, but this truck next to me has been stolen 3 times in just the past 3 weeks. The owners of this truck were able to track down the thief because of a receipt they left inside. And this is one of the dart routes that's on the chopping block here in Plano. It's also one of the main ways that those hipsters get to school each day. Here at Redbird Mall, a man was shot and killed in his own cookie shop. Tonight, we're learning more about him and what he did for his community. Colin Allred is trailing Ted Cruz just 4 percentage points in the polls. With early voting starting next week, this debate tonight might shake some things up. With SMU TV, I'm Sydney Schulze. Paper license plates are out in Texas. As of today, when you go to a dealership to buy a new car, you'll come home with one of these. Yesterday, Allen Police Department say they, along with the DEA, seized over 75,000 pounds of illegal THC products from 3 warehouses in Dallas. They're saying the American dream has turned nightmare for some.
Please help us.
A nightmare that for Gabriela Perez has become a reality.
I've been trying not to cry because right now I'm the only one who's been able to kind of lead my family through this type of situation.
It all started last Wednesday.
When I was supposed to leave, my mom got a call from prison.
Her dad, uncle, and cousins were arrested by ICE. A day she feared may come, but says she definitely wasn't ready for.
Even though I'm a U.S. citizen, I feel like I'm being targeted.
But yet she's here, sharing her story, because inside buildings like this one, immigrants are held in what they say are inhumane conditions.
Immigrants who are being forced to sign their deportation orders in order to just avoid being overheated, exhausted, starved, and dehydrated.
Nomi, one of the leaders of this vigil, says the people inside this building went through a lot of effort to tell them about what's happening behind the closed doors.
Outrage. I knew that I had no choice but to organize my community.
So here they are, outside, watching, listening to the affected families.
It's important that we know that this is happening in our backyard.
ICE is saying that this isn't the case, stating that they have, quote, legal authority to temporarily house illegal aliens while they're being processed after their arrest. Any allegations that these processing centers do not have beds, running water, or any other basic essentials are false, end quote. Nomi says their efforts won't stop here with this vigil.
It isn't about showing up physically here, it's about showing up physically where we're needed.
Through partnerships with other organizations and looking out for their neighbors. They say it's also stories like Gabriela's aren't just told for nothing.
It's wanting to be able to have a dream. I want to see my people being treated right.
In Dallas, I'm Sydney Schulze.
And those indigenous people whose names we don't know anymore.
You won't believe it, but this truck next to me has been stolen 3 times in just the past 3 weeks. The owners of this truck were able to track down the thief because of a receipt they left inside. One of the owners, Kyrie McClish, has given so much.
And I loved it, you know, it was something that I felt like I was giving back to the country.
His service, and in turn, his mental and physical health.
I became disabled during that time, so I am a disabled veteran.
So having things stolen from him is hard for him to cope with.
We had another break-in.
McClish and his wife, Carolina, run Big Class CDL School, a school for truckers and for many a second chance at employment.
We have a few veterans in our classroom right now, you know, and they're changing their lives.
3 weeks ago, trucks started being stolen from their property. And the thief?
He was just that anxious, that desperate to take something from us.
Came back over and over again. After failing to get help from the police, they felt helpless.
What is the purpose of having a police department when they're not there when you need them?
But when cleaning out the stolen and returned truck for the 3rd time around, there it was, a receipt.
That might be the way we can find this guy.
From there, McClish went to the gas station the receipt was from and looked at the surveillance video. He found their guy.
My heart starts skipping beats.
They needed this win because their company and mission is bigger than just teaching truckers how to drive.
A road to redemption, that kind of is my peace zone. Coming here, seeing other people who are struggling too, mentally, physically, however, me giving them some support kind of helps me with my own.
Dallas police are currently investigating the case as well as the evidence given by McClish. No arrests have been made, but McClish says he's hopeful one will be soon because
we can't do it if we don't have the trucks.
In Dallas, I'm Sydney Schulze. Flowers mean remembrance. They mean hope.
A sense of comfort that someone has acknowledged their loss.
And in the wake of the damage and loss of life flooding in Kerr County caused, many families need them. They're planning funerals, suddenly and without warning.
There's a lot of funerals, and these funerals are huge funerals.
That's why florists from across the region came together, pledging to provide anything floral these families could need.
We're trying to take care of all of it.
This is Corey Hartley, a designer at Cleburne Floral, and also one of the leaders behind the project. He got involved after seeing the damage in the Hill Country firsthand.
Like most Texans, I was paralyzed. This is not something that affected just the Hill Country. This has affected all of us.
At first, he didn't know what he could do to help, but he knew he needed to. And so, he's helping the only way he knows how, with flowers.
If your heart is in it, every single stem we touch matters to us, and it will matter to them.
Hartley's determined to help as many families as he can, but there are still things that they need in order to do so.
We need flowers. We need materials. We need travel expenses.
All of those things are coming together to offer this small piece of support and relief to these families. Hartley's headed out today to a funeral for a family of 3 taken by the floods.
Mom, Dad, and Shiloh, 8 years old, was taken.
And they are being remembered with a funeral big enough for the entire community, partly thanks to florists like Hartley and their flowers.
They are truly grateful.
In Cleburne, I'm Sydney Schulze. Hi everyone, we're now 4 days into Cowboys camp in California. We've been hearing a lot from owner Jerry Jones about the state of this team. Now let's hear from our QB1, Dak Prescott, about going into his 10th season in the NFL.
Yeah, it's a blessing. Doesn't seem real at times.
As Dak Prescott enjoys his 10th Cowboys camp, something seems different about QB1.
But I feel great. I'm healthy. I feel young. That was, kind of part of, shaving the beard off. I'm trying to let you guys see how I feel.
Yes, Dak Prescott has already won in so many ways, but make no mistake about it. He wants to win a Super Bowl too. With the Cowboys in California, I'm Jonah Javad.
The Rangers had a big win last night against the Atlanta Braves. And looking back, we can see Nathan Eovaldi was a big part of that, especially in those early innings. Pitching the first 5 innings, striking out 7 players. That performance brought down his ERA to 1.5. That's put him first in the league when it comes to that stat. Now let's talk Jonah Heim. Home run for him on a fly ball to left field. That marks his 9th homer this season and put the Rangers at a 2-0 lead. They never looked back from there and went on to take the win with a final score of 8-3. Post-game, Sam Haggerty shared his thoughts on the work his team's been putting in.
Just guys continue to put in the work. Baseball's a very long season, and sometimes things don't go your way. But if you just remain resilient and keep putting the work in, good things will happen.
Now let's shift from the field to the court. The Wings and #1 overall draft pick Paige Bueckers. After dropping 17 points and 6 assists against Golden State, Bueckers is officially the first woman in the WNBA history to reach 350 points and 100 assists in her first 20 games. Tomorrow afternoon, the Wings will be hosting Vegas in their 6th sellout game of the year. Bueckers won't be playing in that game. We are told rest is the reason for that absence. If you missed out on those tickets but want to stay in on all the action, remember you can head to KFAA for all your Wings content. So just scan that QR code on your screen and learn how you can get access. That does it for sports this afternoon. We'll see you tomorrow. Hi, I'm Sydney Schulze, and this is my Extra Point. Well, it's official. As of last night, Cooper Flagg is the Mavericks' new main man. The Mavs took the 18-year-old Duke forward with the #1 pick in the NBA draft. After winning the draft lottery, despite the odds, the addition to the team may be just what Nico Harrison needs to pull the fan base back to his side. Mavs fans are still furious after the Luka trade back in February. And the question is, will Flagg really fill that hole in the roster and the franchise? Some of Flagg's stats have fans hopeful, though. The College Player of the Year averaged 19.1 points and 7.5 rebounds in his first and only year playing for the Blue Devils. He also played a big role in leading the team to the Final Four. Flagg will also be joining some of the other Duke products in Dallas next season. For example, Kyrie Irving and Derek Lively. I know Mavs fans all across the country are just silently waiting to see if Flagg will be the answer. This team intends to compete for a ring next year, right? There's a lot of promises in the young player, yes, but he really is young. He's actually the 2nd youngest first-round pick in NBA history after LeBron James. But hey, James lived up to the hype. Maybe Flagg will too.